happening there?
Well, it is now time for Mayor Monday, and the lack of affordable housing is an issue that cities across our area have been dealing with, including a prominent community down in Clackamas County.
The city of Lake Oswego wants to be part of the solution of bringing more affordable homes to people of all income levels. And joining us live right now with more on those efforts, Lake Oswego Mayor Joe Buck. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
You know, when we think of Lake Oswego, we do not think of affordable housing, honestly. It's one of the wealthier communities in the Portland metro area. So why is this an issue for you in Lake Oswego?
Right. Great question. So when you look at the data, Lake Oswego is building housing, but nearly 100% of that housing, of those units up through 2019, are only affordable to folks who are making over 100% of the median family income. You gave that data there before. Now, those numbers will change as we now have hundreds of affordable housing units in the pipeline. But having housing that's affordable to residents at all income levels is critical to the health of any community. We cannot have workforce, children going into the schools. It's requisite. So the challenge we have in Lake Oswego is that the cost of land is extremely expensive. And so there are real life challenges that make this to making this a real possibility. And public assistance and strong collaborative partnerships between the state, between the city, the county, they're going to be required, to make housing affordable, especially to folks, making below 50% that median family income.
So what is your next step on that front? I mean, is it acquiring that land, or what's your timeline look like really all throughout this entire process as well?
Well, right now, this is a huge focus of the state, and rightly so. And a big part of the legislative policy being discussed right now are having the cities and the states work together to ensure we're not just, building housing, but that we're building the housing needed to support people at all stages of life and all income levels. So Lake Oswego has two things going on right now. One, we have 3 affordable housing projects underway. These will be the first family affordable housing projects in Lake Oswego. These projects, though, they are the direct result of city leadership and community leaders, coming together to make these projects happen. So it's always a rare set of circumstances to cobble the funding, to find the land, but, we're boots on the ground and we're trying to make it happen. So we're very pleased to have these hundreds of units in the pipeline, but this is just a start. 2, we have a housing production strategies task force that we've just convened, and they're starting work right now. This group is made up of both housing consumers and housing producers. So we have builders, and then we have a lot of members of the community who come from a variety of socioeconomic backgrounds. And we're really centering those for whom that face housing insecurity and those who have experienced homelessness. And there was a ton of interest to serve on this task force, which I think just signifies the importance of this topic to our residents. That task force is going to be recommending both additional outreach strategies, but also comprehensive plan amendments and other actions that will help Lake Oswego produce the housing that is needed to serve all members of the community.
Yeah, and we talked about the wealth of the community, but this is impacting you in terms of the inflation that we're seeing, impacting public and private city projects. I know that a couple of prominent restaurants have closed, including Manzana, which is one of the restaurants I really liked, right on the water in Lake Oswego. What is happening there in terms of the inflation, the public and private city projects? What kind of balance are you trying to get there?
Right. Well, families all across the state and country have seen inflation impact them at the grocery store and cost of, various services. And we're seeing it here reflected just in our public projects as well. So, we're at the tail end of a spending of a 2019 Parks bond, which had a great list of projects it was made to accomplish. And so we're coming to the final 2 projects from that bond. One is a community fitness and an aquatic facility, which we're constructing jointly with our school district. And the other is an investment in improving our municipal golf course for the first time. For the golfers out there who want to come to Lake Oswego and play some golf, we're going to have a fantastic municipal course, which is very accessible. But the cost of these projects has dramatically risen, even just in the past couple of years. So we had one additional project that we've had to defer just because we didn't have the money left in the bond to pay for all the projects we wanted to accomplish. And it's impacting things on the private side as well. So speaking of housing, we have a multifamily project that's going to include affordable units. It's be built right in the downtown, but costs for that project have risen too. And so that's a partnership between the government and a private entity. But they're facing the same challenges as the city in terms of financing the project.
It is interesting to think about that. Just the cost of whether it's shipping or just the materials themselves, how much those have risen, over the last year to 2 years. Yeah, it makes sense that it's been impacted. Well, Mayor Joe Buck from Lake Oswego, really appreciate you taking the time. Interesting to go over everything that's happening in Lake Oswego right now, and we'll talk to you soon.
Great talking to you too. Have a great morning.
All right, take care.
All right,
you
you
too.
too.
And you can stay up to date on what's happening in cities all across our area. You can watch our previous Mayor Monday segments anytime on KOIN.com. Just click on that AM Extra tab.